Okay, so doing another model kit wave box opening video. Um, this is going to be kind of a funny one because this is the second last video for all that means, but this is also being recorded last, which means I already made the last box opening video, and I'm also re-recording this, so a little bit awkward. I'm going to try and keep the same energy I had the last time, but it's going to be different. So already here assembled on the table, I don't really think you can see things all that well. Let's see here. Are just a couple of things I got from this order. A couple of doodads and extra stuff. This is kind of like a little portfolio thing. It actually has an invoice inside of it for what I got. It's not in there now because, like I mentioned before, I already opened this order. So that's interesting here. I made this order a long time ago. It's actually two separate orders from the same company or retailer. So you'll notice here on this baggie over here, it says Thanksgiving on it. I can't really read that too well. Thanksgiving on this. So this is from Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, because it's a USA Gundam store of last year. So I've been waiting. So it was about March when I originally opened this, so or the second half of this. So like almost 6 months, half a year since I ordered it. And so this is just like a bag of like Thanksgiving free items. I think this was inside the baggie. This is a Apex. It's like a little figure, like the little mascot for the company or for another company brand, like Apex modeling parts and tools. I don't know what their affiliation with the Gundam Network is, with the USA Gundam store is. And then here in this bag, I'm pretty sure I ordered this. I can't remember. Yeah, this is a master grade decals for the new Gundam version Ka. I ordered these by accident. Don't really need them, but I'll probably find a use for these decal stickers somehow. And then we have Apex as a little pin, like I mentioned before. And then these are just like a little bunch of extras. It was kind of like a raffle type thing, so there was a bunch of cool stuff I could have won. I ended up getting these things. So these are like detailing parts, like third party. So like, I don't really know what these are actually. These professional detailing parts. Yeah, you can do something with these. Look like joint parts or extra thrusters, whatever you want to do with them. This could be like ammo packs or fuel tanks or something. And then I was really surprised to get these in the original recording. These are extra sticker. These are like the stickers you've seen that I got from other stores and stuff. So we have the camphor, and then included with this bag, I forget, this was just randomly in one of my orders. It's just like all four different versions of the Unicorn Gundam, because of course there technically are that many versions. Those are pretty cool stickers. So definitely appreciate these, especially since they're free. And I don't know if you could see these here at the top. So I don't know if anyone's been paying attention, but a lot of the kits I've been making and like posting are kind of a little bit dull and plain compared to like what you might find on the internet versions of them, because of I haven't been really applying the decal stickers and stuff. It's just because I've been waiting for these. So this is Mr. Mark Setter. This is kind of like an extra glue you can attach to stickers to help them stick on a bit. And then this is a green softener, which is actually like a dissolvent for the stickers, because a lot of the decal stickers have like a white border around them. Depending on the color of the kit, it like really stands out. So this makes them stick better. This makes them blend in better with the units. And yeah, now that I have these, I'll hopefully be more motivated to actually start applying some of these dry transfers or whatever decal stickers I'm dealing with. And so, without further ado, let's get into the actual stuff here. So, one thing that was really kind of annoying about this order, waiting for it, is that I ended up ordering a lot of stuff from here that's a bit different. By which I need to say is every single kit in here is, oddly enough, from the USA Gundam store, not from the Gundam franchise. Not a single thing in these boxes is. And they're organized a bit differently than they originally were. If you kind of care for how I originally got them, I can tell you that I had to reorganize it since I've already opened it. So the first thing I want to show off here is RG Evangelion Eva Unit 2. Really happy with getting this. The box size is pretty cool too. The RG Eva Unit line is hands down been pretty amazing from what I've seen. They basically made one perfect inner frame for all of the units because they all reuse the same inner frame. So the inner frame is like that good basically. And it's also such a great series of kits that people keep making expansion parts for them and stuff. So we'll take a look at what this expansion set is later as we go through the unboxing and what's inside of them and stuff like we usually do. But for now, that's really cool. Really happy with this. What came in the box also, again, none of these kits are Gundams, but they're all really cool mecha. So if you were like me and you grew up in watching cartoons in like early 2000s, like mid 90s, you might remember a nice little cartoon on the Canadian networks and stuff. I'm talking about Metabots from Kotobukiya. This is a pretty cool kit from what I've seen. I think it actually has springs involved in its design or something. I've definitely seen versions of it that are like spring loaded and they like have a little firing thing, but I'm not sure if this one has it from obviously already looking at it. And you can see from the side over here a bunch of other stuff from the line. So it's not just this Meta B variant, because there are multiple variants of Meta Bs, because as you can imagine, Metabots was very popular in Japan, more popular than in the West, so that series went on for quite a while. I think it might even still be going on today, although not entirely sure. And another cool thing, because again, there are no Gundams in this box, but there is a returning from something we've already probably built by now. Another kit from the Pet Labor series. This is the Peacemaker unit. So if you've seen the TV show or say the first movie Pat Labor, this is actually the Zero, the successor to the Ingram. And it's a very cool design, has an alternate gun holstering mechanism. Is there an image of it? Here. So it holsters the gun inside the shoulder. This is very cool. And funny story about this, I almost wanted to cancel this order for the Valiant, but I did some research on the kit before buying it, because it hasn't released yet. I don't even think as of the time of recording it. And I actually did some conversing with, I sent one email to the people at Good Smell Company based on a question for the purchase, and I had a funny result. And we can talk more about that in the actual review if anybody's interested. But yeah, another cool kit from the Pat Labor series. The original one that we would have taken a look at by now, hopefully. Recording things in advance and taking hiatuses. Really puts me behind on that stuff. That kit would be like around 2006? And this is a more modern kit from a completely different company. This is, it's from this year or last year, so this is 2021. So we're talking about over almost a decade difference between the two kits. I'd have to double check the year on the high grade that we would have probably built by now. And then finally, something I absolutely had to get my hands on, and without it, I probably would never have made this order through the USA Gundam store and gotten some of the other cool goodies. Y'all like nostalgia and old classic cartoons? Y'all fucking remember Zoids? Look at that. Just a fantastically huge box. You might have remembered very early on when we started this series, I think in box opening number 3, I had like a little options kit in here, and that was intended for this. So here we are, like almost a full year later, I finally got the kit that option set was for. And that'll be a cool custom job that we do far later down the line, like maybe another year after. But I'm looking forward to that. And so, without further ado, we kind of made good time. It just feels so awkward having to re-record this stuff and like try and keep the same level of enthusiasm. But you know, it's not like forced or faked. Well, it's not faked, but it's a little bit forced out. So before we take a look at this one, get an idea of what we're getting into before we build them. Let's take a quick look at this options set here for the Ava unit. So this comes in, I think, 3 or 4, I think 3 other variants for the Ava Unit 1, the 0, and the 2. I'm not sure why they didn't make one for the other units, and there are even more cool expansion parts, but this is just like some simple stuff, third-party stuff. I'm not actually sure who made these. It might say in the manual or something. But yeah, these are non-Bandai third-party option sets here. So we have I think some stuff I might not recognize immediately because I bought this so long ago. So we have shoulder clips that allow us to clip swords. I think size. It looks like I have enough to build like 3 like scythes size for reaping over here. That's cool stuff. Like extra add-ons I just felt like I wanted. Yeah, more clippings and colorings. And then I think it only comes with 1 pistol on top of what you already get with this kit, which I should mention all the Ava unit kits have like, they come with something like different from each other. Almost all of them have the what you would call it, the pallet rifle, which is kind of like a nice little submachine gun. That's what everything will look like when it's all put together. Comes with like a nice little machine. They all come with like the pellet rifle, which is like a machine gun. And then something different, and then there's also even more expanded versions of that. One of them comes with a stand on top of its usual loadout. This one has not sure what it's actually called, come to think of it. Thunder Spear. It's like a Thunder Spear. It looks like a gun. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a gun in canon because it's been so long since I've seen it in the show. But like this weapon up here is unique to this kit. A lot of glare for no reason because it's like a smooth black box. This is unique to this kit, and then the pallet rifle comes with pretty much all of them, except for like the Unit 6 and like 7 or something. Just do it backwards actually. But yeah, I wanted to go with Unit 2 specifically because, well, I didn't know this option set existed, otherwise I would have probably got Unit 6 because it's very neat and simple. But going with Unit 2, you know, best girl, you know. What more? What more do you say? We could flip through the manual, but I don't see much point in doing that. Looks like an interesting page. Just randomly flip to 1. Leg details and stuff. Sticker decal sheet. Maybe I should turn this light on. Yep. Sticker decal sheet. Really nice part detail and separation. This is basically like, I think Bandai and other companies, no, I know for sure, other companies have made different versions of Evangelion kits. Come to think of it, actually, I meant to double check. This is an RG Evangelion, right? But it doesn't say it's in 1/44th scale, so I think Ava kits, Evangelion units, are actually bigger than Gundams. So, yeah, I've seen some in the 1/400th scale, so that got me curious, like, what's the scale difference? That's something I probably have to Google later. Nice. These are all, like, nice parts. Even just going through this a second time, like, the color detail, like, this is even a different shade than this. This is a slightly darker red, I think. Oh, then the light just kicked in. Crazy. Da-da-da. You have a wire here for the umbilical cable, which powers the units for longer term operations. Other cool stuff in here. So yeah, this has a lot more parts than I think the other RGs we've made. So this is probably the closest RG to a master grade that there is. Just going over the parts in the actual box size for a second time. But you know, we'll find out what that means when we actually build the unit, which I am very much looking forward to. Because it means adding something completely new and unique to the collection, which this entire order is. And that really makes me wish that I got it a lot sooner. Like, I had that whole Season 2 gimmick thing going on for a while. Like, Season 2 is all about trying new things from different companies and stuff. I'm like, oh, well, that's been going on way too long. Oh, I did the same thing again. Yeah, that's the excitement. I get to open it up again. Oh. Only get to do that so many times before it's actually built. So I should mention this Metabee unit is not the same one from the original show, or any version of the show that you might have seen. So yeah, it shows quite neatly here. This one has a funny gimmick transformation. I'm not sure if it's like maybe a Season 2 thing or a completely different series or a different video game, because there were Metabots video games, but this one has a transformation gimmick. It is silly because the series is silly, and I guess the unit itself is kind of silly too, because somewhere in here, if I remember correctly, we have, what do you call them? I know there's like a more sophisticated word for it. I'll just find it in the box. So here you have little cutout things that have like expressions and sayings, and like you can even write your own. So it just has like the comic book style pop-up bubbles of like funny catchphrase style things. So like even in model kit form, it's like funny and sort of child oriented, which is cool. It's oh cool, the manual. No, never mind, it's not backwards. It's left to right. We have all the alternate eye setup pieces in typical Kotobukiya fashion. They love to do their what do you call it? Their frame arms girls and frame arms kits, which I have not built any, probably never will, but there are a lot of interesting ones. But that's something else for a long time away. So we have some of the brown for the backing of the legs. I don't know if you noticed that earlier. We have wheels. I'm not sure if these wheels actually have traction or tread or whatever the word is. Pretty sure they do actually move. With some nice pink white airframe parts. And the orange of it is like, it's a really like nice yellowish orange. Which is indicative of the actual unit colors. Or, I don't know, was there another word for Metabots? I feel like there was. Like Battleloid or something. I don't know. I'm getting my sci-fis mixed up. Just like I'm getting all these parts mixed up trying to flip to the box. But yeah, really cool. So I'm super happy just going over all of these things again and seeing the part details and stuff. Oh, just forgot something. It happens. Almost forget stuff. Yeah, that's not really done. It's not perfect. Perfectly sealed. That fits better in this corner. Oh. That's the least of our worries. Oh yeah, I feel like mentioning, like, obviously when I originally got this stuff, it had all the protective stuffing and stuff. Like, these things were like wrapped up and sealed and everything. But yeah, oh, that's interesting. I know I opened this already, but I guess I put the sticker back perfectly. So, something about this one I kind of don't like already is that it's a cardboard box that it's sealed inside of. I'm not sure if all the Meteoroids are like that from the Good Smile Company. I'm pretty sure like the Escaflowne kit and other stuff have been like more traditional, or like the rubber pull-out, I don't know. And Good Smile Company makes a lot of other cool stuff too, like the Nendoroid figures. I think they are the Nendoroid line, which are just kind of like chibi versions of like popular anime characters and stuff, which they do go really hard on them. Not just anime characters too, because I remember there's one for Neo from The Matrix and Aang from Avatar. Yeah. So the Nendoroid stuff's pretty cool too. So yeah, that's what this looks like. Yeah, not the presentation I'm used to, and obviously the whole pulling out of the box is gonna make it difficult for me to store, but there are a few boxes that I have not cut that I'll probably never cut, so this might end up being on top of that pile. So I should mention the Menabees 1/12 scale. We know that. It's funny because it's like it's a child robot, and like actually when it comes to 1/12 scale, that's actually usually used for like human figurine models and stuff, like anime characters or statues. Usually go in 1/12 or 1/10 scale. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so at least they have good presentation. Like the whole manual here is in color. You get a nice spread of where the stickers are supposed to go. Unfortunately, the Good Smile Company and I guess the Meter Red line is still pretty much, well, it's not dubbed in English or anything. So probably need some translation for some of these things maybe. I hope it's not talking about cementing and stuff. And like how to do your water slide decals and stuff. Cool things all in all. These stickers are very much the same that we would have seen with the high grade, at least in terms of design. They do seem to be a bit better quality, being water slides. Although I think the other ones are water slide too, but you know, the time difference in technology. Plus, again, this is a different company. So these rubberized parts, like we would have seen with the high grade, I think are just molded plastic. Assuming that's what they are. Yeah. Again, going through it again. This is a fine shade of gray. I wonder if the bag itself is kind of altering the appearance. Yeah. Looking good. Well, let's see if we can find the head pieces. Kind of want to get an idea for the head. Ooh! This is something I didn't pay much attention to the first opening. Look at the size of that shield. Imagine that in scale with the unit. That would probably be pretty hefty. Like, that might be very close to the size of the F91 we have. Just judging by the shield itself. That'd probably go good with F91 too. Not that he needs a shield. Clear color parts. These are good for coloring over. Then we have the red for the sirens, as well as the visored and back piece. So didn't really notice any of the head pieces here. I wonder if it's gonna be a sandwich together kind of thing for the head itself. Let's see here. Ooh, that's cool. So the star on this one is already pre-colored, but I'll probably paint over that since it's not a very pronounced gold. But that is nice that it came colored. We have a revolver cannon, and I'm noticing no pre-molded hand for the revolver cannon, so that's good. Or at least I'm not noticing, to be more accurate. It might be in there, I just haven't seen it. So we'll finish up this one. This one's interesting to put away because again, it's gonna have to slide back into that box and get resealed. So I should mention, in terms of like personal build, I probably want to save the Zoid for last and go like Evangelion, Metabots. Maybe I would save this Pat Labor kit for last. Not too sure. I guess it depends on like video length. And finally, unfortunately, I will be opening this correctly the first time because having already seen it, this is divided in between two halves. So it's gonna have to stay like this for the opening and the inside. And just look at that. Already you can kind of like, don't know if you can like feel the depth of like how far and deep these pieces go. Like they're not budging at all. There are like, there's probably like at least maybe 40 runners alone. Not to mention like aside from the parts count. So we have nice nice blue reflective pieces here for like the sides. Actually that's not very, let's see, here we go. Get a better idea what it looks like, because of course I know what it looks like, you may not. Did I turn this off? I don't remember turning this off. So yeah, it's nice, like yellow, kind of purplish blue, and then clear blue. Good design. I'll probably have to repaint it when I go for customizing it with those other parts that I mentioned. Should go all the way back to box opening video number 3, unless I didn't keep the footage in there, in which case it's a complete surprise. So look at the bottom over here. I'll probably write something down, clear that up. Yeah, very like a navy blue, but really bright. So like a like Air Force blue. I think that's an actual color. Air Force blue. Or that'd be more like a. Would that be blacker maybe? Oh yeah, this is a nice shade of black too. So there is black in there, like black gold, like a lighter shade of navy. Purple stuff too. So the building of this, because I went through the manual very quickly, it's like oh yeah, I should also mention that this kit came from Kotobukiya. I know Bandai did do some Zoid kits, but like pretty sure those are all no grade. This is 1/72nd scale, and it's pretty much just a master grade. It's like this is a Kotobukiya master grade if there isn't already something that they'd say is, because you pretty much have like the whole inner frame, same steps for like building a master grade Gundam. Build an inner frame, then armor it up and everything. And like, look at that. Look at the detail on that. Just in manual form, and then it looks like the final variant of that page. Just like page. Oh yeah, it's got the steps too. Step 1, head, tail, chest, waist, legs, head. I wonder if I could do skeleton. I'll probably do skeleton first and then finish it a week later when it comes to like the armoring up phase or something. So we still have to look at the left side, obviously. But yeah, I'm just really excited to build these kits, man, because they're so different, both in terms of design and like series, but also like from different companies too, because probably should have led with, there's only one Bandai kit in here and it's not a Gundam, and every other kit in here is also not a Gundam, not from Bandai. So it's be nice to experience more of what other companies kind of have to offer, because a lot of times, especially like, I'm pretty sure Bandai has like a solid grab on a Gundam and stuff and other things, but you know, other companies do other mecha series and stuff. Like Kotobukiya, they have a lot of good licenses. I think they have like Zone of the Enders kits too, but I could never find them in stock. I'm pretty sure that's Kotobukiya. And so this is I didn't divide it. It was already divided like this. So this is internal frame, and this is armored up stuff. So it's actually like pre-balanced. Well, I mean, I had to go through the manual to know that for sure, but it very much seems like this is the internal frame. This is the external frame stuff. So very cool if that's already the case. So yeah, gotta go through it to actually see, like, we have lighter brands. This is actually a better visual of what the colors of this kit are. And that glare is pretty dank. Oh my god, look at that. For the thing, just for like the claws, the fingers, the digits, the manipulators. Yeah, more internal frame, cool stuff. Gold, like what do you call it? Injection gold. Yeah. Not really. Oh, here we go. We have the internal core, the AI core, and some actually good sort of plated injection gold. Not entirely sure. It might be plated. Doesn't have that exact shine, but it definitely has like the sort of texture of plated gold, just going off of like the Akatsuki kit that I've already at least taken a look at. And yeah, gear stuff, more claws. So that pretty much wraps up the entirety of this video. Feels like I kind of rushed it. I think the original version was 40. This is about 10 minutes shorter. That seems about right, considering I'm like opening boxes and stuff in the original. It does suck that I completely lost that footage from like a computer shut off error. And hey, what do you know? I forgot this. So now I'm putting it back in the bag. Some nice decal stickers here. 0 in the style thing. And yeah. So I'm really excited for this one. I'm gonna do something very special for this kit. I mean, the entire box is like, you know, cool anime series that aren't Gundams. But I think the most special to me would probably be the Metabots, and then this one #1. So look forward to multiple videos for this kit. I'm definitely going to do something special. Look forward to that again, and then I'll do a custom for it that I'll probably save it for the, I don't know, like the second series of like trying to do custom builds now with all this crap I've acquired. And yeah, very cool. It's a fantastic kit. I can't believe the size of this box compared to the options parts. I thought they were going to be the same size. But yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is the last one for me, but it's the second last one in terms of chronology. So I'm going to miss making these huge orders and opening all these boxes and going through them and stuff. I'll probably get back to it again in some way, because for me this is kind of like the semifinals of sending off. Actually, it is the semifinals, but it feels like the semifinals, and then I'll be building things. But yeah, it's all been a fun ride so far. Hopefully you've enjoyed it too. Hopefully you enjoy all the stuff we do here. Hit me up on the Discord and tell me about that. How you've been enjoying your experience so far. Hit me with some ideas and share things. You know, we have a bunch of Discord chats there for stuff. Follow me on the Twitch where we do that old video gaming stuff. We're definitely still doing it. Just doesn't feel like as much with all these kits. And hit me up on the YouTube where you're already here, hopefully. If this is your first time, maybe look around at the playlist. We got all kinds of cool stuff there. Other video games, you know, look at the chronology of kits we've been building. And, yeah. Without taking up any more time, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep on dreaming. Poutine, out! Peace.